Okay, we're doing the Leo for 2026. If I say 2025, just ignore me. We're going to do the whole entire year. Let's see what's going on with our lovely Leos. It is our first fire sign that we're doing for 2026. I'm going to be doing all sorts of different stuff here, but don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, comments, and utterances of discontent will be met with love and humor. And you definitely want to subscribe because I have a sale. I just committed to doing a sale every single week. I'm going to be having deep dives on all sorts of different subjects. I'm going to be doing Learn Tarot. It's completely free. I'm going to be going through all of the cards and how I read them and how you can read them too, with little bits of info here and there. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. And Leo is probably your sun sign, but you have a rising sign, you have a moon sign. So if you want the best readings in the whole entire world, the most accurate with the best timelines, you want to go right down below and get a reading with me. I can go over you. Basically, when you're born, you get a little timestamp. That timestamp is your birth date, your place, your time, all that good stuff. And that is going to tell me everything I need to know, can help you out with all sorts of stuff, love, career, money, health, whatever you need. And I can tell you exact dates and times that stuff is going to happen. So you can use that to help you out. You can use that to propel you, or you can use it if there's something maybe not so good, we can work and guard against it. I'm just doing a general poll for 2026 for Leo, and then I'm going to go month by month by month. Okay. So yeah, it does look like there is going to be some things you do have to confront this year. There's some things there. I think they are love related. I really think they're if I could talk. I just took my Invisalign out, so my tongue is like not working. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does look like there are some things that you have been. This is going to be a weird year for you. There are some things that you have not been addressing, you've not been working on, or things that, like, let's say there's another person involved. Maybe they have not been so apt to work with you. This is a year that's going to get blown out of the water. You are going to move on and move forward, either with or without this person, but you are definitely sick of not knowing, you're sick of wondering, you're sick of waffling. It is not the year. 2026 is not a waffle year. Maybe a pancake year, maybe a bear claw, possibly a donut, but it is not a waffle year. It's not going to be, but there's also, it looks like there's going to be some kind of legal contract, court case, or possibly a promotion. We're going to get into going month by month, so we'll see what that's all about. But yeah, you're done with, like, people, they're either with you or they're against you. This is a hell yeah or a hell no kind of year. So I'm just going to do a general astrology for the year. Don't forget, I can do your astrology. We get on the phone, I can do your astrology. So funny. This is in Leo in the first house. Yeah. And this is North Node. This is literally 100% about you. This year of 2026 is going to be take no prisoners, give no Fs. That is going to be your year. I think 2025, you probably were a little more, not docile, but you were a little more willing to put up with some stuff, willing to wait, willing to deal with some BS that you probably shouldn't have. This is the year that is done. So if anybody tries to cross you, or if they think you're being the old way, they are going to have a reckoning. I'll tell you that. Let's get right into January for you. So that's your general year overview. Let's get into January. Let's see. And yeah, definitely you want to get a direct reading with me. My phone number is right down below. You just text that. Or you can find me on Etsy. I have 4,000 5-star reviews. Or you can find me pretty much everywhere. So you definitely want to get a direct reading with me. I can tell you whatever you need to know, dates and times. That's what I'm famous for. January. Let's see what's going on for January. It's going to be an up and down month. I think, yeah, this is going to be a month. This is going to be one of the reckoning. We're getting right into it. You are starting this year hard and fast. Okay. You're going to be on your throne. You're going to be like, this is how it's going to be. This is how I'm doing it. Now, it's going to be hard to hold that boundary. I'm just telling you, it is. It's going to be hard to hold that boundary. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have some emotional turmoil with that. You're going to have some struggles. You might have some nights crying. You might have some nights breaking shit. You might have some nights drinking, or all three, trifecta. But it does show that this love person, I do think this really has to do with a love situation. This love person is going to try to come back in. They're going to try to come back in, probably go back out, probably come back in. But January is going to be a month of you holding firm ass boundaries. February is going to be a lot of work. February is going to be where you really dig in the trenches. You are really doing yourself. You're really, not in a dirty way, but you're just doing you. You're doing the stuff you need to do for you and you only. You're not going to be putting up with really anybody's silliness. Like not your kids, not the mailman, not somebody at work. You're just going to be doing your thing. Also, if you have a trip planned, it's not going to happen. If you have a move planned, it's not going to happen. It's a very stay put kind of month. It is a very stay put and work on things. But if you do that, you're going to feel so freaking good about yourself. You're going to be a new person at the end of February. Yeah. And it literally shows it because we get to March and we have everything boom, 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 boom. This person, I'm telling you, there's a love person involved. This could be a business partnership. This could be a long-term partnership. This could be a short-term partnership. There is some kind of partnership here, just so you know. Okay. This person is going to try to come back. I think by March, you're just going to be like, I don't even need to deal with you. I have done so much stuff. I've done so much growing. In the first, by the end of February, you're going to go, wow, 2026 was a long year. It's going to be one of those. You're going to do so much living in 2 months. And this shows you start over a new leaf. There's a completely new life for you starting in March, which is fabulous. And then that is the month. If you need to move, if you need to go on vacation, that's the month you want to do it. You definitely want to hit March. You know, it's a fire month. So March 21st starts the zodiacal year. March 21st is the beginning of Aries, and Aries is your fellow fire sign. So it's definitely, I would say more toward the end of the month would probably be better for you. But, April, money comes in. Your hard work pays off. There was something that changed with your job, or there was something in work that did change, or it could even not even work, could just be how you make your money. Some people make their money not through work. Sometimes they do it through investing. Sometimes they have inheritance, sometimes other ways. Okay. But your money situation will have, will have changed. It will have gotten different, but in that you're going to have more money. This is going to be in April. This is not just a tax return kind of thing. In April, you're going to be having more money, and it's going to be money that you're either going to do a family vacation, you're going to spend on somebody. There's going to be somebody very, very, very close to you. I'm talking like sibling, child, aunt, uncle, mother, father. Could be this is more like that secondary tier. It's not so much mother, father. I don't think this is going to be the loved one or the SP that we're talking about, but you're going to be doing something very special for them. Now, this could be like your graduation present. This could be going on a family vacation. There's going to be something very big and extravagant, buying somebody a car. If you have a 16-year-old, the first car, something like that. But you're going to be very, very, very happy in April. You're going to be like, wow, you're going to think, I can't believe I made it here. You're going to look back at where you were a year ago. You're going to look back at where you were when you're first listening to this. And you're going to go, holy crap. April is definitely going to be a banger of a month. That's going to be probably one of your goodies. Okay, let's see. May, again, this person is coming in and out, in and out. This person comes back in. This person's not over. Stuff is not done with this person. You definitely, Leo, you got to get a reading with me. You got to tell me the name of this person. You tell me their name. I can tell you everything that's on their head. You tell me your name and birth date. I can tell you when stuff is going to happen. That's how this goes. Go right down below and get a direct reading with me. We'll get on the phone. I will blow your mind. You'll go, oh my God, where has this woman been my whole life? And I'll be like, I was right here. Okay. So this person comes back in, but you are freaking not having it. You're just like, money is even better. This is May, okay? Money is even better. You're just you're not dealing with people. And you do entertain the person, but I don't think you're fully back in. I don't think you're fully immersed. I don't think you're fully like in a relationship or even a situationship or even a situationship. Nothing like that. You're kind of just having fun. You're playing both sides, but definitely money is going to be better in May. Let's look at June. June looks great too. June's money's in, money's out. Okay, money's in, money's out. You're going to be spending more money in June. You might be upgrading. Again, might be going on vacation. There's something you're going to upgrade, something you're going to spend big money on. That's totally fine. There's going to be a lot of little things that are going to happen this month that you have been manifesting for, waiting for, hoping for. It's not going to be a big explosive month like April was, but it's going to be a very fun month. It's going to be lower key, but very, very, very fun. And also there is a pickup with work, either a change or something happening with work that is much better. Okay, so now we get into July, which some of you are July Leos, I should say. This person comes back. This person does not leave you alone. Oh my God. I was going to say they're like a fungal infection, but we don't want that. We don't want that when we're talking about our loved ones, right? Things really pick up on the manifestation front. You're really doing good. You're doing good things. You're really pushing that that little stuff that you've been like, I wish this would happen. I wish that would happen. Stuff right now that you're listening to. That right now you're listening to this video. Stuff in your head or in your journal or whatever that you're trying to manifest. When you're talking July is when it's really going to start to take root and things are really going to start to hit. This is also another good month for travel, vacation, moving, things like that. Now, you might get back together at this point, or things could get very solid, or things could get very healed. July is going to be a good month for kind of like, all right, you did your penance. You kissed my ass for 6 months of the year. Now I'll let you back in. That's kind of what that is. Let's see what's going on in August. We do have a lot of August Leos too. August is like, forget it. You're off the chain. You're just doing your own thing. You're off the rails. You're doing everything the most. Okay. And you're also spending a lot of money. So August, Leos, and just Leos in general, August is going to be the month. If something crazy happens, it's going to be in August. It's like your sense has gone out the window. Your dignity has gone out the window. You're just, the person at the concert that's flashing the person on stage. You know what I mean? You're just like, woo! Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. You are just hell on wheels in August, and you're going to be spending a lot of money, which means you have money. So that's fantastic. But August, if you're going to do something crazy, if you have a bachelorette party to do, if you, like I said, if you have like a major concert you want to go to, like things like that, August is going to be the month that you're going to be just wild. There's no other words for it. I don't see anything bad happening. But try to reel it in a little bit depending on how old you are. You don't want to break a hip, but definitely August is going to be a fabulous month for you. Okay. And most of you, that is when your birthday is. Now let's get into September. September, you're going to be having a hangover from August. September, you're going to be going, why did I do that? Why did I get my boobs out at a concert? Why did I spend all that money? You're going to be reeling it back in September. You're going to go, maybe this is not the best way to do XYZ. Maybe that's not the best way to have my partner, best way to handle my money, best way to go crazy in August, something like that. You're going to reconfigure your life. You're going to sit there and go, how can I do things better? How can I be a better me? How can I better myself, better my situation? You're going to be in that very Virgoian, which is September, that kind of like more structured thinking. And you are going to make some very big decisions. Big decisions come in September. Okay. So if you have to make a big decision, try to put it off till September because it's going to favor you. Let's look at October. Okay. October, again, there is this person that comes back again. They're either with you or you've had a fight and you got rid of them and now they come back. It's just this in and out thing. Or they are with you, you are together, but you're kind of mad at them. October is going to be a weird month. You're not going to feel at your full power. But you are going to be a little more low key. You're going to be a little more laid back because you made those promises to yourself in September. You made those things where you're like, I'm going to be a little more structured. I'm going to be a little more better with my money. I'm going to be a little more, you're going to be like Leo turned low key, just like half a notch, just like, like when the pot is on the stove and it's simmering and it starts to bubble up and you just turn down a little bit. That's going to be you. Okay. So you're going to be doing that in October. You're going to be turned down a little bit, just a little bit, but you need that because you figure somebody out. You figure this person out. You figure out if they were lying. You figure out if they were telling the truth. You see things for what they really are in October. So October is going to be like almost like an I Spy month. Let's see in November. Again, very similar. November is going to be this is almost the same setup. You're going to be very chill. You're going to be very you're going to be very almost like Virgoian. You're going to be very like on a schedule. Everything has to be done at a certain time. Blah, 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 blah. Not very Leo. You're going to be very, very, very structured and you're going to be low key. But in that, it's almost like you keep your mind open, your ears open, your head open, and you see and hear things you weren't seeing and hearing before. This is all information. This is all news that you need to have to make good decisions. So you might even find out if somebody cheated on you, or you might find out if somebody lied to you. So just keep that in mind for November. Let's finish the year up. Let's see what's going on for December. Oh yeah, December's good. December, you make big decisions. December is all about decisions. You are like done, had it. I'm like, this is the life I used to live. Your 2026 was extremely fruitful. The first half, especially, there was a lot of action going on. The second half was a lot of like reflecting, which is fantastic. Planning. You need to reflect to plan. Okay. So December looks like you are ready to get rid of stuff that does not serve you, get rid of broken things, get rid of old worn out things. I'm talking about people, I'm talking about clothes, I'm talking about everything. You are breaking with the past, and you make some humongous decisions to move into 2027. So that's what you got. That's your whole entire year in a nutshell. So that will give you some idea of when to make decisions, when to go on trips, when to move. But if you want to know the exact specifics, I can give you dates and times. I can give you windows of time. I can give you exact days that things will happen. And then you will know the best way to handle. I have people that they love it, especially for when is somebody going to call? I can tell you that. When is a job going to come through? I can tell you that. And also, like if you are having a legal case, a court case, something like that, where you need to know what days to push and what days to maybe not be so easy to get a hold of, or maybe what days to not answer your phone, though that's very important too. I can tell you the exact correct dates to start a diet that will make it the most successful. Because if you have a Jupiter and a Saturn, transit that is always going around you, okay? You have a north and a south node. There are two phases of the moon. You have a north and a south moon, okay? Those are always going around you. Depending on where those are placed, and I'm sure you've had this, where like you've done absolutely everything right, and you've maybe been dieting and you haven't lost a pound. That's because you probably had a lot of Jupiter influence. Jupiter is expanding no matter what you do. You could eat nothing. You could eat air and gain weight. But if you have a Saturn influence, you'll have a shrinking. So, and we can do the same thing with North Node, South Node, Ketu, Rahu. So these are things that if you know, you can start a diet at the correct time, get the maximum amount of weight off, and then, or if you want to build muscle, whatever it is, and then when the other planet's going to kick in, you will know, okay, I gotta keep it. This is going to be my plateau period. And you'll know exactly how long it is, so you don't get frustrated. Same thing with people. I can tell you when people are going to come in and be communicative, and when you can get the most out of them, and I can tell you exactly when to pull back. See, so you don't come off as annoying, needy, desperate, anything like that. I can tell you all this stuff. So you want to get a reading with me, go right down below, text me directly at 484-634-0435, or you can go to absolutely any of the websites. Etsy is where you can purchase the readings, but you can get a hold of me before that and I can send you a link. I can make it super easy with you. We can just communicate. Bop, bop, bop. Text me. Don't call me, but if you text me, I'm usually up. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Leo.